ask to ChatGPT. Let's see what it comes up with.
There is no doubt that AI will have an impact on the job market, but it's important to remember that AI is not here to replace humans, but rather to augment our capabilities and improve our efficiency. While some jobs may become automated, new jobs will also arise in the field of AI and related technologies. It's important for individuals and organizations to stay informed and adapt to the changing job market.
So, what do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of that? Isn't that pretty sick to start with? We ask a simple question, and there is a bot or a fake human which is able to sound just like a human being and also is answering just like a human being. All of this is AI. How cool is that? And we are already there. That's the fun part. It's as realistic as it gets, and we are already there. That's the fun part, right? So with that being said, let's get started and let's play with this fancy world of generative AI, right? Disclaimer, before I get started, all of this is going to change with upcoming updates as we speak, because this space is growing so fast that it's unbelievable. What was relevant 2-3 weeks back is already irrelevant because the space is moving very fast. So FYI on that. Number two, I'll try to cover as much as possible over the course of the next couple of hours. I'll do my best, but it's impossible to cover the whole spectrum of things. Towards the end of this workshop, we do have a very intensive program on generative AI. I'm going to run you guys through it. If you guys are keen, you can jump on that, but that's towards the end after the session is over, right? But one promise, I'll do my 100% to give you as much value as I can over the course of next 2 hours, right? With that being said, let's get started with the first thing that I wanted to do. That is, if you wanted ChatGPT to write a launch email for the ChatGPT workshop that you're attending, what would you ask for it? What is that question that you would ask ChatGPT if you wanted it to write an email for the launch of ChatGPT workshop? I want you guys to open your fingers and type that out in the chat box so that I can pick one of your answers and ask ChatGPT. What would you guys ask if you had to, get ChatGPT to write an email for a launch campaign for the ChatGPT workshop? Anyone? All right. As the answers come, yeah, keep coming. So keep them coming, sorry. As the answers come, let me try one very simple hand at it, right? Write a email to launch the ChatGPT workshop. Not a bad one, right? Like very similar to what you guys are writing. I'm assuming, in fact, let me pick something that is written here. Okay. All right. So let's just keep it simple. Okay. Let's ask a very simple question like this. Okay. Write a launch email to launch the ChatGPT workshop. And here it comes. Join us for the ChatGPT workshop, Enhancing Conversational AI. Dear, there's a placeholder right now, so I can insert whatever I want. I hope this email finds you well. We're excited to announce the upcoming ChatGPT workshop, Enhancing Conversational AI, and we would like to invite you to join us for an insightful event. Not just that, it has picked up very important things that an event that you need to send over an email when you want to invite someone. It has picked up date, time, location, or online platform. Very, very smart, right? Which I can simply fill in. And it has also given like an outline without me even telling what the outline of the workshop is going to be. And it goes on writing this email. From a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you rate this email that ChatGPT wrote? How much would you rate this email? I definitely cannot write an email like this myself. That's for sure. All right. 6, 8, 9. Someone says it's too long. 10, 8. Okay, it goes on. There are a lot of people rating it very high. A few people are rating it a little lower, and a few people are like, it can get better. Of course it can. Now, the thing is, this is how people prompt. Right? They just write one line and expect ChatGPT to do a brilliant job at it. But it doesn't work like that. There is something called as good prompting and bad prompting. And guys, prompting as a skill is going to be $1 million skill in the future. All of us, no matter which job we are doing, no matter who we are going to be spending a lot of time talking to AI. Different AIs. Today it's ChatGPT, tomorrow it could be something else, right? And the way you speak with these AIs is called as prompting. Okay. And there's a good way of prompting and there's a bad way of prompting. What we just did is probably a bad way of prompting. Let me run you through what good way of prompting looks like. And then we'll write the prompt all over again and see how we get the results, right? Now, this is how a good prompt looks like. It's long, but there's a reason for this, right? Here, we're writing a prompt where you're like, you're an experienced email copywriter who has written for brands like Ogilvy, Uber, etc. Then write a launch email and there are a bunch of instructions and stuff like that. What is this? Why do we have to write such a long prompt? That is what I'm going to run you through. If you listen to me properly for the next 10 minutes, I can assure you the kind of outputs that you can get out of ChatGPT will go through the roof. Right? But why, before even I break down the prompt for you, why do we have to write such a long prompt, Webhav? Why? The reason is this gentleman. Any one of you guys know who this person is on the picture on the screen? Can anybody make a guess on who this person is? Any guesses, guys? Come on. Give it a try. I'm sure you guys know. Must have seen him somewhere. Not me. Not me. So, an AI generated image. Okay. No, not right. Think harder. Look at the person. Look through his eyes. Someone says Sundar Pichai, the Google CEO. No, not me. The audience. Okay. Gandhi. No. Ramanujan. No. All right. I'm going to help you out with this right now. Okay. ChatGPT is like a genius intern who knows it all. And this, my friends, is a representation of an intern, of a geeky intern, a genius intern who knows it all. But there is a problem. This intern has read every book out there. This intern knows every word of Wikipedia articles out there. This intern basically has read all over the internet. Everything that is out of the internet, this intern knows about it. But he's an intern. What do I mean by that? Let's say you have an intern, okay, like in your office. It's your first day of your intern in office. And let's say you're hungry. And you ask your intern, hey man, I'm hungry. Do you mind getting me some food? I'm extremely busy. I would be really glad if you can do that help for me. So your intern, who's in his first day, is excited and wants to impress you as a boss. So he goes out there, finds the nicest pizza, and brings it on to you. And you look at it and like, dude, I'm dieting. I'm not going to eat pizza. Was that your intern's mistake or your mistake? Instead, if you would have told your intern that, hey man, I'm hungry. Currently, I'm dieting, so I prefer something low carb. So you can go with probably a turkey sandwich. That would really help. Don't get me any fries because I'm trying to stay away from carbs. Now your intern has much clearer instructions. He goes out there, probably looks for a Five Guys or Subway or In-Out and gets you a nice little turkey, chicken, or whatever sandwich that you like, right? It's all on your instruction. Your intern is capable, but if you don't instruct him in the right way, he's going to screw up. And that's what is going to happen. Your intern can only deliver if you give correct and specific instructions. And ChatGPT and all these large language models are best form of interns that you can have pretty much for free, working 24/7. Well, I'm not recommending that you should not hire interns anymore, but well, ChatGPT does a lot of your intern's job or anything around it. Now, here is something that you must have heard of. Garbage in, garbage out. If you ask the right questions, you'll get the right answers. If you give it bad instructions to your intern will screw it up. And that's exactly what we try to do here with ChatGPT. We be very specific with exactly what we want. That's when ChatGPT can do a phenomenal job for you. And like a lot of you people guessed it, yes, the image was AI generated, right? For that, you need to master prompting. And for that, there's a very simple formula that I follow, and it works brilliantly well. And that's something that I'm going to teach you in the next couple of minutes, right? The magic prompt formula is this. I strongly recommend you guys to take a screenshot if you guys can, because, this is going to be super helpful. A perfect prompt has 4 things in it: context, task, instruction, and data. In fact, the 4th one is not mandatory, but the first 3 are very critical for any prompt that you write: context, task, instruction. 3 things that you need to have in every prompt. Now let's break it down in each of them so that you can see why we wrote such a long prompt. The first line of the prompt that we wrote there was, "You're an experienced email copywriter who has written for brands like Ogilvy, Uber, etc." Why are we saying this? The moment we say that you're an experienced email copywriter, because this intern or ChatGPT is a large language model, it goes into its knowledge graph and looks for what are the top traits of an experienced email copywriter, and where's the suite of an experienced email copywriter, because it's AI and it can do it. And we don't stop there. We say, who has written for brands like Ogilvy and Uber. For brands like Ogilvy and Uber, there's the nuance, the way copywriters write. And there's so much of content that has come from Ogilvy's and Ubers of the world. So AI also understands how a Uber or a Ogilvy writes. What we do here is give it context. We give it a role. So now your AI is not just like a random AI which knows it all, but your AI is acting like an experienced email copywriter because we gave it a role. Next, we give it a task. What do we want you to do? Or what do we want AI to do? We wrote, this is what we usually used. This is what we usually do directly, where I said, write a launch email for the new workshop of Growth School on ChatGPT 101. I gave a simple task. I don't stop there. I need something specific. A few people said it's too long. Few people said it's not talking to me, and all of that. This is where we specify exactly how we want the email. We say, make the copy over the top fun, designed to resonate with an audience of 22 plus years old. Here, I'm trying to talk to the AI and saying, my TG is 22 years old, or target group is 22 years old. Make sure the copy is fun. Don't be boring. Okay. Focus a lot for users who are working in marketing, tech, product, and design. I'm not only talking about demographics, I'm also talking about their background. This is giving more context so that it can write specifically for these set of people. And I'm also saying, talk about the tools and hacks that will be covered over the course of program. And finally, we also talk about data. Here you can put anything and everything. But in this case, I put a review here. Include a review from someone who said that the session is a no-brainer for anyone who wants to stay relevant in 2023 and beyond. It's mind-blowing. That is what is the overall prompt that we have. This is how the prompt looks like. It has context, task, instruction, and data. And this time, let's go on ChatGPT, right? And try it again. This time I copied the long prompt, right? And send it, and let's see what it comes up with. Guys, if you think this is better, drop a better or boom in the chat, right? Here it comes. Unleash your inner AI wizard at Growth School's mind-blowing workshop. I like the language already. It could be slightly over the top for a few people, but not for 22-year-olds, right? Do you ever feel like you're one step behind the world of AI? Don't worry, you're not alone. The rise of generative AI and ChatGPT has left many brilliant minds spinning, trying to figure out how to wield this futuristic technology like magical wand. If you're working, you can see this. I gave it context. I said my audience are in marketing, tech, product and design roles, and it literally talks about it. If you're working in marketing, tech, product and design roles, this workshop is your golden ticket to the success in the age of AI. We have teamed up with industry professionals who have written copy for the likes of Ogilvy and Uber and other renowned brands. Well, it's screwed up a little here. I have to be frank. To bring you an electrifying learning experience that will have your neurons flying like never before. And it goes on and on and on. And you can see here, it has also entered or also has added a nice little testimonial. Like we asked it to. It came up with a random testimonial, but it did. And it goes on as an email. I love how it ends. Growth School, where magic meets AI. Love it. Don't you think, how much would you rate this email at the scale of 1 to 10? This time, with this new email that we got, how much would you rate at a scale of 1 to 10? 100 out of 10, 9 out of 10, Now, a lot of people have moved by 50, 60, 70%. Do we make it even better now? Do we make it even better? Let's make it even better. So here's the thing, right? Like I said, let's come back to that idea of intern. You asked your intern to write an email and you gave it context and everything. And your email and your intern came with actually a pretty good answer. But I have a few problems with it. One, like someone already mentioned in the chat, the email is too long and I want it to be shorter and crisper. What do? I just ask my intern. I say, can you make the overall email shorter and crisper? Not too hard, right? And hit an enter. And there it comes. It has slightly made it shorter. In fact, if I like it shorter, I can still write even shorter, please. Yeah, bullet points, anything that you want, it can do it. There you go. God damn it, look at that. Look at that. It's half the size right now. Now I like it, right? It's on point. I love the language. Even the testimonials become smaller right now. Now I want to add some more fun, right? I wanted to add some sarcasm, some emojis, things like that, right? So I'm going to say, can you make the overall tone more fun, add some sarcasm and emojis? Let's see what it does. Look at that. All of a sudden, it has started to kick in emojis inside of it. And I'm sure the language has changed all of the sudden, right? Now, I want to make it even different. What I want to do is, I really like the email, but I want to write different emails to different audiences. I want to write a very different email to all the tech people out there. So I say, okay, this is great, but I want it to be slightly different. I'll say, make a variation of this email for tech audience and add some tech references and jokes only techies will understand. So I'm getting my intern or the AI to create an email which I can send only to the tech people of the community that we have and not for everyone, so that I'm more personalized. Yes, you can ask it to write in a slang. You can ask it to do whatever you want. And there you go. You can look at this. Look at the language, how it has changed. Level up your tech wizardly at Growth School's workshop. Ready to upgrade your tech wizardly to mythical proportions? Growth School got the ultimate workshop for you. Generative AI, the art of unleashing codematic creativity. Wow. Don't you think this will cost us a bomb to get someone to write an email like this? How cool is this? It is talking in a language. Look at this. Remember, even Tony Stark had to start somewhere. The workshop is your chance to level up your tech wizardly, embrace the power of generative AI, and write code that leaves the world and in awe. How cool is this? So, and you can see that the last line, where magic meets code, Growth School. Here it says where magic meets AI because it's being written to the developers or coders. It says where magic meets code. That's it. This, my friends, is called as chained prompting. It's with the large language models that we have, the way about it is not just about asking one question and getting one answer. The real power of these models is that it can adapt and take instructions on the go and can remember the context in that conversation. Right now, if you go there and open a new chat, it will not remember the context. But as long as you're in the same conversation, it remembers the context and can keep getting better as you keep giving it more instruction. Now, is any of these emails ready to be just copy pasted? Absolutely not. You still might have to make a couple of changes here and there, especially adding placeholders and stuff. But hey, to get 5 variations of these emails written by a good copywriter is easily going to cost me good $200 to $300. I save it and I do it in a few minutes. That is where AI is heading. And that is the power of mastering prompting and going deeper with chain prompting. Folks, so far, do I make sense? Are you guys with me? Are you guys learning something new? Yes, no in the chat. Yes, no in the chat. Brilliant. Loving the energy. Keep the chats on. That keeps me alive. That keeps me on my tiptoes. Love that. Folks, don't worry. We are just getting started. Like I just showed you, you can do chain prompting. You can modify output or refine facts or edits by just asking follow-up questions, just like you would do to your intern or your employee or anybody that you work with, right? So the way we showed you The prompting that I told you is just one way of prompting, the basic level of prompting. There are different types of prompting techniques out there: chain of thought prompting, tree of thought prompting, fill in the blank prompting, perspective prompting, comparative prompting, RCG framework, constructive critic prompting, ask before answer prompting, so on and on and on. It's impossible for me to cover all the prompting techniques. Strongly recommend you guys to take a screenshot and search about it towards the end if you guys want, because this is how you become a pro. And of course, in our advanced programs, we cover all of this, but today, kind of hard to cover everything, right? But you get the idea. Awesome. One important thing that you need to know: ChatGPT doesn't always get it right. You see, the way large language models are designed is that they talk like humans, right? And they have like they don't have all the information out there on the internet. They're restricted. What do I mean by that is anything that has happened post 2021 of September, ChatGPT doesn't know about it. It doesn't know about the latest iPhone. It doesn't know who the new CEO of Twitter is. It doesn't know what's happening in yesterday, day before yesterday, or a year back. It only knows about things that happened before September of 2021. Let me show you an example, because that's the only information it has been trained with, right? If I ask, who is the CEO of Twitter? Look at that. As of my knowledge cutoff in September 2021, CEO of Twitter was Jack Dorsey. Well, all of us know CEO of Twitter is not Jack Dorsey. Actually, Elon Musk named someone else the CEO. I don't remember the name, but you get the point. It doesn't know. Its knowledge is capped till 2021. Number two, it can only generate about 3,000 words at once, 3.5 model, and it doesn't remember anything. What do I mean by that? What you speak in this conversation stays to this conversation. The moment you move to the next chat, it doesn't remember what happened in the past, right? These are some limitations, but there is something else that I want to also talk about quickly because we are here. That is, ChatGPT and all these large language models does something called as hallucination. That is, if it doesn't know something and you ask for it, it could possibly make stuff up that doesn't exist. Let me show you a quick example. What I'm going to show you doesn't always work. Let me be very frank, but I'm going to give it a try. It is about 85% accurate. ChatGPT 3.5, ChatGPT 4, which is the pro version or the plus version of it, is about 93% accurate. So if you ask the question 100 times, there's a good chance 15 times it gives you a wrong answer or it makes up stuff. I'll show you an example. I'm sure you guys have heard of San Francisco, right? Have you ever heard that San Francisco is called as mini Japan? Did you guys know San Francisco is called as mini Japan? It is not called as mini Japan. Of course, it is not called as mini Japan. But I'm going to ask a question to ChatGPT. I'm going to ask 5 reasons why SFO is called mini Japan. Right? And let's see what it answers. Look at this. The reason why, the moment I ask 5 reasons why SFO is called mini Japan, it gives me actually 5 reasons. Japanese cultural influence. San Francisco has a Japantown neighborhood. I'm not even sure. I know there's a Chinatown in SFO. Have never heard of Japantown. And it just says there's Japanese town and a lot of restaurants, shops, everything around it. And the cultural influence has earned San Francisco the nickname of mini Japan. Lie. That's not true. Japantown again. I don't know what Japantown is. Maybe there is one. It has some Japanese gardens. Well, I'm sure there are some Japanese gardens. And every top city has a Japanese garden. That doesn't make it mini Japan. Japanese cuisine. Every top city has Japanese cuisine. You see, it is giving reasons to convince you that San Francisco is called as mini Japan, while all of us know that it is not called as mini Japan. You get the point? You get the idea here? It is blatantly lying. And this is called as hallucination. And why is that happening? Because it is mimicking a human being. Human beings have the tendency to make others happy or prove themselves that they're smarter than others. So when in a lot of human beings, not everybody, I don't think you do it because you guys are awesome. But a lot of human beings, when you ask them for a question, a very broad question, right? They would try to answer something as if they know it. While they don't know it, they just make up stuff. And that's what AI is learning from us. So it hallucinates as well. Right? So that is the whole point. That is how it works. So if you want it to reason X, it's going to reason. Yes, you can ask it in multiple ways, but you get the idea. Be aware of this, that it can make up stuff. So fact check if you get an answer from ChatGPT. Did you know that ChatGPT makes up stuff? How many of you knew this? Yes or no? Did you know about it? Did you know about this, that ChatGPT makes up stuff? For all the people who didn't know, thank you. You're welcome. Right? So moving on. Now, I will move on to the next tool, the AI tool number 2. I'm going to cover a bunch of tools, like I promised. This tool is called a Simplified. And for all the people who are trying to create content across the internet, this tool is incredibly powerful. It costs you about $10 a month, something like that, $20 a month. But it has a free trial and you can try with it. Now, instead of using ChatGPT, because you have to write specific prompts if you want to get something specific as an output from ChatGPT, you can use a tool like Simplified. It integrates with OpenAI and can give you outputs in a way that you want it, that is suited for the needs. I'll show you an example. It does write copy or content for all these variations: sales and marketing, social media, email, video, product and brand, blogging, website copy, so on and on and on. And you can see it can write all this fancy stuff, right? So let's pick any of those. Let's go to social media actually, right? And let's say I want to write a tweet. Okay. Let's say you want AI to write a tweet. So they have already written a prompt for you in the background. So you don't have to write a prompt for it to give you a very fancy tweet. It just asks for topic, right? So we're going to write what topic. Let's say AI taking away jobs. That's the topic that I wanted to write a tweet on. I can open advanced options and I can say that I want 5 different tweets so that I can pick one of them, right? Guys, don't worry. I will share the links of all these tools with you guys. You don't have to worry about it. And there you go. The moment I say this, it has automatically come up with 5 different variations of tweets for me, including hashtags, which I could pretty much copy and paste inside. So this is basically the tweet writer. And like I said, there are a bunch of templates for doing bunch of things. It can create videos. It can write email subject lines. It can expand any text that you want into longer paragraphs. Let's use this. And let's say AI is growing faster than anything ever did. So I want it to expand on top of this, right? Yes, it has LinkedIn and all those stuff as well. You can play with it. Don't have the time to cover everything. Just wanted to quickly show you. I just gave it one line and it started to expand that line into a paragraph. You see, there are multiple variations and multiple things. It's a very powerful tool. Do check it out. It uses OpenAI's GPT 3.5 and GPT 4 models in the background, but it already has a prompt written. So you don't have to break your head to use ChatGPT and can give some really good answers, right? So moving on. But guys, by the way, I realize I've started the session, been about 40 minutes, and I never really got a chance to introduce myself. Do you guys mind if I take a couple of minutes to quickly introduce myself? I promise I'll not take more than 2 minutes. Is that okay? Yes. Yes. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. By the way, my name is Vaibhav Sisanti. For people who can't spell it right, you can call me V. That's what all my Mexican and American friends call me because they try, but it's hard for them to spell it. So you can just call me V, but my name is Vaibhav Sisanti. I probably look much better in the picture than now. Slightly sleep deprived, I guess. But I'm a father to this beautiful girl. Her name is Phoebe. If you guys have watched Friends, Phoebe Buffet, that's what I've named her. I'm a big Friends fan, right? So that's Phoebe. I did my schooling in India in a small town called as Barampur. I speak about 3 languages, English, Hindi, Telugu, Oriya. These are 3 Indian languages and 1, of course, English as well. I've always been a horrible student. This is my grade card. I would barely clear my exams and get to the next class. But, education and learning are 2 different things. That's what I feel. This is how I would pretty much clear all my exams. When I was 19, I started my first startup. It was called Discovering Android. You can see the date. The launch date was 11/11/11. The guy with the black shirt, that was me. Discovering Android was teaching people on how to hack Android. It was doing insanely well, but Google was like, screw you, man. You're teaching people how to hack Android, and I own Android. And they kicked us out of Google search. As a result, our business crumbled and died in a few days, and we had to shut it down. Post that, I started my next startup when I was still in college. It was called Crazy Heads. This scaled up pretty well. We won some awards as well. Ran Crazy Heads for about 4.5 years. Worked with people all over the world, and then, to be very frank, got bored of it post college, and I ended up joining Uber. Uber was fun ride. I spent about 5 years. I helped Uber in India, Latin America. You can see this picture with Travis. This was a picture at Vegas. I was 21 when I was at Vegas, partying with the whole Uber team. Super fun days, right? I spent about 4.5 years at Uber, and then eventually joined a startup called as Klook, which was a travel tech unicorn before pandemic hit, and that led me to launch Growth School, right? I've given something called as a Josh Talk. It's on YouTube. You can search for my name. It has over a couple of billion views right now. If you want to know a little bit more about me, I've been featured in all these fancy places. I've worked and consulted with over 100 brands as a marketer, growth person, strategy, and everything around it. In fact, for Growth School, like I mentioned, we recently raised $5 million from Sequoia and Owl Ventures and about 80 plus angels. That's me. Beautiful. Took 2 minutes. Introduce myself. I hope that makes sense. That's quickly me. Like I said, I don't teach everything at Growth School. We have like a ton of programs, but generative AI and ChatGPT and everything around it, I love the space. I have been on top of this for a few years now, even before it was cool. And I thought now is the time to level people up because extremely, extremely important. And that's me, right? I have something really cool to share with everyone. What that is I've curated this awesome resource which has 50 different ChatGPT prompts which you can copy and paste, and you can get insane results. How many of you would want to get access to this for free? I'm sure all of you people, right? Well, I'm going to give it to all for free, but for that, you have to stay till the end of the workshop. This is my way to keep you till the end. Stay till the end of the workshop, learn it all. I'll share the link towards the end with all of you people. Deal? That's it. Give me company and you have the resource to you for free. Awesome. Want to explore some more examples? Are you guys having fun? It's been almost like 45 minutes. Are you guys having fun? Yes, learning, fun. Awesome. Loving the energy in there. All right, let's explore a few more examples, okay, and go a little deeper. We are touching base the surface right now, and like I said, we are just getting started. Let's explore a few more examples. Did you know ChatGPT can act as an interviewer and simulate a complete freaking interview, no matter what that is? Let me show you a quick example, okay? When I show this for the first time to our learners, they could not believe that ChatGPT is capable of stuff like this. But again, like I said, the magic is in prompt. If you ask ChatGPT to do exactly what you want it to do, it will do for you. It's very smart. So this is what I wrote. Please assume the role of an interviewer for a product lead position. You can change this to anything that you want. Let's say I change this to digital marketing position. Okay. Digital marketer position. Okay. Or digital marketing manager position. You can change this to anything that you want. I will be the candidate and we will engage in a conversation with you asking interview questions one at a time without any explanations. We'll begin with my greeting and we'll continue as the interview as I provide answers. Please remember to ask one question at a time and wait for me to reply before asking the next one. The reason why I wrote this, guys, by the way, I will share all of these prompts with you so that you can copy and paste and play with them yourself, right? So when I send this question, you can see this. If I would have just said, hey, act as an interviewer and ask me interview questions, it would give me a list of 25 questions. That is not engaging. What I wanted it to do here is it actually act like an interviewer on chat. So it'll ask me a question, I will answer, ask me a question, I will answer. So here it comes. When I wrote this prompt, it says, interviewer, hi, thank you for joining us today. Let's begin the interview. Can you tell me about your experience in digital marketing? I'm going to answer very, very bad answers right now. I have 8 years of experience worked at Uber and Klook, spent over 100 million USD in ad spend, right? So that's my quick gist. Ideally, I should be much more elaborative in an interview, but you get the idea. This is for me to quickly show you. Interviewer, that's impressive. With such extensive experience and managing substantial ad spends, you see the beauty. I said 100 million ad spend. It's getting context. That's the beauty of it, right? With some managing substantial ad spends, I'm sure you've encountered various digital marketing channels. Can you share which channels have you worked with? Which one you find to be most attractive for driving results? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google search, and Pinterest. Okay. Let's say and of course, TikTok. How can I forget? Right. These are all the channels. I will say best for me was YouTube. Great. Now that you have experience with diverse range of channels, YouTube certainly offers a powerful platform for digital marketing. In your opinion, what specific strategies and techniques you found it effective in leveraging YouTube for marketing campaigns? You see, the moment we answer something, it is digging deep. So if I keep answering, right, it will pick up a point which is very critical and it will dig deeper. Trust me when I say this, if you spend a couple of hours before you actually have an interview or a client meeting or anything around it, guys, by the way, it's not only useful for interviews, but also for client meetings, you will be 10 times better prepared than you would be elsewhere. Because based on what answers you give, it can go on and on and on, digging deep into the potential questions an interviewer can ask. So it's incredibly powerful. What do you guys think of this? Was this cool? Drop a cool in the chat, guys. Drop a cool in the chat if you think this is cool. One simple prompt, you literally ask what. See, guys, here's the thing. Somebody is asking, hey, how can I use it for a live meeting? The thing is, I will give you this base prompt. We have to use, we have to get a little creative and start making tweaks. Instead of writing, please assume the role of an interviewer for digital marketing, I will say, please assume the role of my client who I'm trying to close for a gig on X. You know what I mean? You can keep updating the prompt and see how it is working. You'll probably not get it right in the first shot. It'll take you about a few minutes, but you get it right. And when you get it right, you're going to kill it. You get the idea? That is how you can write your own prompts, right? Superb. Moving on, the next one. ChatGPT can pretty much summarize anything that you want like a pro. What do I mean by that? See, all of us want to read and want to read a lot, right? And stay on top of our game. But you know what? We have limited time, limited energy, and a limited brain appetite for us to consume as much as we can. It would be great if AI could summarize things for us, and it actually does phenomenally well. Let me show you something. Okay. Let me quickly do this. Let me quickly open the Growth School website, and we have a very, very powerful newsletter, which I strongly recommend everyone to check out. Let's go into this. Breaking boundaries, embracing the generalist mindset, right? Everybody, top 1% generalist. We wrote a really interesting article. You came across this and like, man, this is too long. I don't want to spend so much time going through this article. So what you can do is you can just simply copy the text, come to ChatGPT, and you say, summarize this for me in 5 lines or 5 bullet points. And you just paste the text and let AI do the magic. There you go. It has summarized nice little 5 points by going through the whole article and telling you what is the quick gist of this article. This is one way of quickly summarizing things, where you can just simply copy, paste content, and you will be able to get a summary of that. Well, there are other things that you can do. I don't know how many of you have heard of this, but there is something called as bard.google.com. It's a ChatGPT competitor by Google. Now, what it can do in the free variation is that it has access to the internet. You probably don't have to copy paste anything. Let us go back to a different example. Okay, let me go back to Google and search for funding news growth school. Okay. Let's go to news. Okay, there's an article that has come in. I'll open this article, copy the link of it, copy the link of the article. That's what I just did. I copied the link of the article. Once I do it, right, I can go back to Bard and say, same, summarize this for me in 5 points and share the link of the article this time, right? I didn't copy paste things. This time I shared the link of the article and boom, we got a summary. If I try to do the same thing on ChatGPT, it will not work. See this? I did this. It'll probably not work in most of the cases with ChatGPT 3.5 because ChatGPT doesn't have access to internet. At least the free version of it looks like it got context from the top. So if I go into the new chat and I paste this, I think it's making up stuff. Yes, it is clearly making up stuff. It says Growth School is an educational institute and recently expanded operations. The expansion aims to reach wider audience and provide quality education. It just made up stuff based on what it knows. And this is not what the article about. And this is not what it is. It's again hallucinated. But instead in Bard, it said Growth School is a community-driven live edtech platform based out of Bangalore, India. The company has raised 5 million in seed funding from Sequoia Capital, Owl Ventures, and a bunch of investors. The funding is used to expand Growth School team, establish a stronger ecosystem, so on, and everything around it. And it didn't stop there. It also says Growth School was founded by this, and it goes on and on and on. Now, ChatGPT, if you have the paid version of it, if you go to ChatGPT 4, and there is something called as browse with Bing. This is only for people who have the plus variation of ChatGPT. If you select this, then it can do what a Bard can do. But Bard can do that, has access to internet for free, and it is powered by Google because it is Google Bard, while ChatGPT is powered by Bing because I don't know how many of you have heard. Bing, Microsoft owns half of OpenAI. They invested about, I think, $4 billion, $5 billion into ChatGPT. But anyways, right now, when I say summarize for me in 5 points, you can see it is going through the link, clicking on the link. If I open this, it's literally going to show me what it's going to do. It is going to the link, clicking on the link, now thinking that basically means going through the article right now. And there you go. Now it read the content, finished browsing, and now it is able to give a quick summary of the article because now it has context in the whole article, right? So this is how it can summarize things. But the beauty is it doesn't stop here. Let's say you're Growth School competitor, okay? And you saw this news and you're intrigued and there's so many articles, you don't want to spend time on it. How do you go about it? Now, with all this information, what has happened is ChatGPT or the OpenAI large language model has context of this article. Now I can ask follow-up questions about this article and ChatGPT will be able to answer. For example, I can ask, is Elon Musk an investor at Growth School? He's not. But let's see. By the way, fun story, Elon Musk once replied to me on Twitter. So there you go. It is searching about the internet and going around and doing the search and will be able to give you answers that you wanted to do. In fact, if I come back here as well, right, where we simply copy pasted the text of it, it will be able to answer as well. Where did this go? Let's give it a second. Sometimes ChatGPT can get a little slow, right? So there you go. We got an article. Nope. Expansion in Growth School. Where did it? Oh, I think we just edited or ran it through. And there you go. It's still answering, but you get the point. You get the point. It can do follow-up questions. And as you do more and more follow-up questions, it will be able to answer those questions as well. So that is something that you can definitely do. It can nicely summarize and you can, unleash the true potential of learning and reading using AI. Next, it can write you stunning cold emails, saving you tens of hours. Okay. This is where we take it to the next level. Okay. Now, let's say I come back to ChatGPT, create a new chat, and let's say you want to write a personalized cold email to the founder of Growth School asking for a job. This is the email that you want. And let's be a little specific, asking for let's say a marketing job, right? This is what you want from AI and you wanted to write a cold email. So let's see what it comes up with. And you might be like, Weber, but you just showed us that it can write email. Why again? I'll get to it. Don't worry. Right? So it is writing a long ass email saying passionate marketer seeking opportunity to drive growth at growth school, and says, hi, I hope this email finds you well. I'm reaching you to express a joining interest at growth school team as a marketing specialist, da da da. From your innovative marketing strategies to commitment to helping business thrive, growth school has truly caught my attention. Basically, it is writing random stuff, right? It is writing very regular garbage that people write on cold emails, which will never get attention. The reason, it is not personalized. And why is it not personalized? It doesn't know who the founder of growth school is. It doesn't know what growth school is. How will it write a personalized email? For that, I have something very cool for you guys. I don't know how many of you know this, but how many of you have heard that there is a browser called as Bing? Sorry, there is a browser called as Microsoft Edge, which is a Chrome competitor, right? And it has something called as Bing. Bing is basically a Google search competitor. Let me quickly open bing.com. This is how it looks like. It is a search engine competition to Google, right? And when they invested in OpenAI, they were like, now that we have invested, maybe we should do something cool and integrate OpenAI into Microsoft Bing. And they did. And you can see this chat option here. It's a free chat GPT inside of bing.com. Now, the caveat here is if you go to bing.com on Google Chrome, you won't be able to see the feature, or it will not work. It will only work if you are on bing.com on Microsoft Edge, which is the browser of Microsoft. Internet Explorer was shut down and they launched Edge, right? And when you go to chat, this is how it looks like. It's a very similar version of ChatGPT, but it has three options this time. It says more creative, more balanced, more precise. How do you want the answers to be? I'm going to go with more creative, and I'm going to ask the same question. Write a personalized cold email to the founder of Growth School asking for a job. Let's see what it does. It doesn't work every time, but when it works, it's magic. You can see it says searching for Growth School founder, searching for Growth School mission, searching for Growth School jobs. So it got context to it. And look at this. How to join your mission of democratizing education. Hi, WebHub. It knows who the founder of Growth School is because it searched for it, right? Of course, it doesn't know who I am. Huge fan of Growth School. I've been following your journey since you launched your first online course on growth hacking. It also knows the first course that I launched. And I'm amazed by the impact you've created with Growth School. You're partnered with some of the top instructors in the industry and helped thousands of learners acquire skills from the top 1% professionals. Guys, do you think this email is insane? It researched about Growth School. It researched about me and wrote a personalized email. Don't you think this will take you a good, quick couple of hours to write this email by doing all this research and coming back to an answer? What do you guys think of this email? Let me know in the chat. In fact, it pulled the nearest jobs at Growth School as well. It didn't only write personalized email, it also pulled a lot of stuff. Now, I can make it even fancier, right? I can get a little crazy and say, rewrite, talking about the recent social media posts of the founder. I want it to be more personalized. So I'm like, you know what? I'm greedy. I want the email to be more personalized, and this time talk to the founder and talk about his recent social media posts. And when I do that, it understands the context, and all of a sudden it is searching for my name. And there you go. It says, hi, Vaibhav, da, 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 da. And it is going through the articles and is able to talk about the recent social media posts that were written. How cool is this, folks? From ChatGPT to Bing.com, we are not only able to get a templated answer, but a personalized, well-researched answer. Again, you should definitely fact check. Don't do anything without fact checking. But that's the beauty. That is the beauty. Right? Guys, I'll keep the questions towards the end because there's so much to cover and we are slightly going slow. So we'll keep the questions towards the end. I'll be happy to answer as many as they are towards the end. Right? And that's how you can write stunning, personalized cold emails, saving you tens of hours. And guess what? Let me tell you one thing, right? There are advanced ways that we teach in an advanced program, and it's not possible to do it here, where you could run the same process at scale for thousands of jobs at once. Thousands of cold emails can be written at once. It can search for all the opportunities out there. It can do the research for the company and write a personalized email, and can also send it all automated using AI and automation. That is the power of AI that we already are seeing. Obviously, that setup in itself will take a couple of hours, but it's very simple. It's not rocket science. You don't need to know how to code, but it can do it. That's the power, right? So that's it. All of these steps could be automated. Guys, quickly, I thought we'll take a quick 5-minute break before we jump on in. When we come back after the 5-minute break, we will do some crazy things with audio and video. Because I wanted you to see that ChatGPT and generative AI and all these tools are not just about text. It can go well beyond it. And that's what we will touch base on as we come back from the short little break, because I need to have a breather. And you can go have a breather as well. And we'll come back and continue with the session. Right? Awesome. Let me put in some music so that you are engaged. I need to get my story straight now. I'm in the bathroom getting high and then get her straight now. She waiting for me just across the bar. Last sequence weekend by some sunglasses. Asking about a scar, and I know I gave it to you months ago. I know you're trying to forget, but between the drinks and subtle things, the holes in my apologies, you know, I'm trying hard to take it back. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun tonight. We are young, so let's
the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight.
Never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secrets start in your heart so slow. But if you don't wanna tell me now, I guess I'll never know. Losing almost all my energy. It's getting hard to talk to you, and I'm the only one who speaks. It's
All right. I hope you guys are back. Are you guys with me? Yes, in the chat. If you guys are with me, we pushed in a quick poll for you guys. That will be really helpful. We'll run it a couple of times on the go so that we'll get a good idea of what you guys think and how things are progressing. So would really appreciate if you could go ahead and do a couple of clicks for us to get a better perspective on how things are going. All right, as you guys go on and do that, let's get on. Now, we have touched base on a bunch of things. Okay, we started with prompting. We saw a few use cases on what we could do with prompting. We got it to do some interviewing stuff. We got it to do some summarizing stuff and all that stuff. Do you want to take it on steroids? Do you want it to level the game up now? You know what? Basics are done. Let's take it to the next level. Yeah? Come on, guys. We have like a bunch of people on the call, and I want everybody to drop a hell yeah in the chat so that I know that you guys are here with me and not just the ghosts out there, not just as ghosts out there. So come on, bring it on. Awesome. Thank you. That is really, really helpful. Let's move on. Now, how many of you guys think this will be helpful? We can show you how you can apply for jobs like a pro. Okay, using ChatGPT. Would this be helpful? And again, right, everything that I teach you, even if you're a founder or anybody else, you can use the same process to redo a lot of it. So everything that I teach you, use it as a template to understand the potential of the product rather than using it as it is. That's a mindset I want you guys to adopt, right? So with that being said, let's jump right in. What we're going to do in this case is actually pretty interesting, right? What we're going to do is first ask ChatGPT to become an expert in reviewing resumes and give us a feedback on what it thinks about a resume. For that, it's a multi-prompt structure here, guys. And you would only see the power once I finish it. This is what I write. You're an expert in marketing, and I would like you to review the CV and generate a summary that highlights the most impressive parts of resume in bullet points. And now I have to put my resume. I've not made my resume for I don't know how many years because never needed it. But anyways, I have my old resume. This was when I was working at Uber. You can see this. So I'm going to use this one. I'm just going to copy whole of text of my resume. I can just do a Control-A, Control-C, and I'm going to paste it. So I wrote the prompt that I told AI that you're an expert in marketing. I would like you to review the CV and generate a summary that highlights the most impressive parts of this resume in bullet points. There's a reason why I do that. I actually don't need the summary. But when I do this, right, I'm forcing AI to go through my whole resume so that it has context about my resume. And look at that. They've gone through the whole resume and has summarized to me in a nice bullet point structure. Now that I have the base and I also know AI understands what my resume is, I go on to the next point. I feel that I can do a much better job with my LinkedIn summary. So with all the resume details that I've given it, because that's everything that anybody has to know, can I ask it a question? I say, using this summary, generate a LinkedIn summary to improve my visibility and help me get a job in growth roles. Right? This is my follow-up prompt. And there you go. It comes up with a nice little summary for LinkedIn. Highly accomplished marketing professional with proven track record in driving user acquisition, sales, and business growth. I possess extensive experience in offline and online channel management, strategic planning, and campaign execution. Because 3 years back, I was purely a marketer and nothing else. Right now, I'm a founder and a lot more. And again, just like we did that with email, right? We can always do a follow-up prompt. And I say, rewrite using some emojis and make it fun, man. And it should not be longer than 600 characters, right? It should be longer than 600 characters. And there you go. I asked the same question and AI comes up with a quick, nice little summary that I could pretty much use on my LinkedIn and keep making changes to this. Now, here is where the real magic comes in. Okay. This is my resume. Now, AI knows about my resume. Okay. I want to apply for jobs. Now, the problem with applying for jobs is when I go to LinkedIn and let's say let's say I'm talking about 4-year older version of myself. That's how old the resume is in a way, right? When I go to jobs on LinkedIn, let's say I'm looking for a role on marketing manager as a role. And let's say I'm looking specifically in, let's say, San Francisco. Right? When I search for it, there are 562 roles. There are a bunch of roles that I really like and I want to apply them all. But you know what? When I go ahead and click on this apply button, I will be one of hundreds of people who would end up applying for this role as well. And the only way to stand out, and because these roles get hundreds of resumes, what happens is all these resumes are channeled through something called as ATS, right? In ATS is basically an AI which looks at the job description, looks at your resume and says, is your resume a good fit for the job or not? It's AI. And that's exactly why if you apply for like 100 jobs, you get replies for like 4 jobs or 2 jobs. Because for most of the things, a human is not even looking at it. It's the AI or the machine that looks at your resume. Now, how can we make sure that our resume is optimized for that specific job description? That's what we're going to do here. Okay. I'm quickly scrolling through roles to see if I find something interesting. Okay. Let's say this senior growth marketing manager at Merge pays well, perfect. And I want to apply for this role. For that, I basically need to copy the job description. But before that, let me show you a prompt that I have written where the job of this prompt is for ChatGPT to compare my resume, compare the job description and rewrite my resume talking about the pointers that the job description has so that my resume can get accepted by ATS and I'll at least get a call, or at least a human is going to look at my resume. That's what we're going to do. So in this case, what I write is, as my career advisor, I would like you to reword the CV I have just given you. Please tailor it to the following job advertisement to maximize the chance of getting an interview. Include any keywords mentioned in the job post, organize the structure, summary, experience, and a method you deem best for the desired outcome, the job advertisement, colon. So here, I come here, copy the job description, go back and paste it and hit enter. That's it. Now look at the magic. It gave a quick summary of who I am. It gave the responsibilities. It wrote about my experience. It wrote about the compensation of this role in this way. And it did everything that I wanted to do. In fact, to make it even better, what you can do is, if it sometimes loses context, right? You can copy here, go right here. In fact, instead of like LinkedIn summary, you can ask the question right here and save and submit. So what it will do is, you can look at this. It is literally rewriting your resume. You can see senior growth marketing manager, Uber technology, and it has written everything, launch coordinator. It is rewriting my whole resume using the keywords and text that the job description had. This way, my resume is tailored for this specific role. It still is talking about me, but it is tailored. It is totally tailored for this job. As a result, ATS can answer it. Do you think this is powerful? Don't you think this is powerful? Something like this for every role will take you good 50 minutes to a couple of hours, even if you want to do a very okayish job. And AI can do that in minutes. And all you can do is copy this, paste it, and save it as a PDF. Now, taking it to the next level, let's say I want AI not only to help me with getting an interview, but actually analyze both the things and prepare me for the interview as well. For that, I do one more thing. I'm asking AI to do an analysis for me. And what is that analysis? I'm asking AI to create a table with 3 columns. The first column is experience required. List any desired experience in the job advertisements that CV doesn't show. So I'm asking AI to tell me what are the things that the job needs, but my CV doesn't have. And the next column, how can I improve it? So that if I get a job interview call, I know where are my loose ends are, and I can make it better. That's essentially what I've done. And I've also asked it to give a rating or an importance score of 10 to 1 so that I can prioritize what to learn first so that I can crack this job. So let's do this. And looks like the table kind of broke. So I'm going to redo this again. Sometimes it doesn't get it right? So I'm going to redo this again. Let's see if it can get this right this time. And it got it right. That's all it needs. Sometimes it's like an intern, right? Sometimes it doesn't get the answer right and just makes up stuff. So you just have to ask it all over again. And there you go. I just edited and hit enter again. And this time, look at this. Experience required, account-based marketing. I don't have a mention of account-based marketing on my resume. So it says, how can you improve? Complete an online course or certification on account-based marketing strategy and tactics. Gain practical experience, on ABM. What is the priority? The priority is 7. Now, if I can quickly jump, let's say I don't have a time. So I have to do stuff which are very, very important according to AI. That's exactly where the priority score becomes important for me. Here, the priority score is 9 for what? Analytical insights. I have to level up my analytical insight skills. And the other thing which is very important, which is 9, is also marketing tools. So I need to learn Salesforce, HubSpot, Google Analytics, and things like that. Either I know them, it's fine. If I don't know them, I have to go to Google or come to an awesome place like Growth School to learn all of them. Guys, in 5 minutes, we wrote a personalized resume based on the job descriptions we gave. And also, in a way, it did a SWOT analysis in some form or fashion, which broke down our resume with job descriptions and literally told us, if you're interviewing for this role, these are the things that you lack in. Make sure you level up so that you can crack job, all in 5 minutes. If you think this was powerful, what you just saw, just drop a comment, powerful, in the chat. If you think what you saw was powerful, drop a comment, powerful, in the chat. Or an emoji will do, or a boom will do. Some kind of reaction would be amazing. Like I said, we are just scratching the surface of AI with all of this, right? Guys, when I'm teaching you all this, right, the way I want you guys to think is not just about just using them, copy pasting them and doing stuff. The way I want you guys to think about all this stuff is how. But by looking at all these examples, you have to imagine, wait, if it can do X, maybe it can do a job that I today do by making some changes. The idea of this workshop is for you guys to get an idea about the possibilities of ChatGPT and other tools like that, and not literally use it for the example that I'm showing you. Right. And if I'm able to tick that box, if you're able to go back after this class tomorrow or today, whenever you get time, and make a list of things that you do today and see how ChatGPT can do and write prompts around it, that will make me extremely happy. Right. And I want you guys to get in that direction rather than just copy pasting and exactly using what I teach, because it's limitless. It is limitless. Right. Awesome. Now, how many of you guys can write code here? How many of you guys can write code here? Yes, no in the chat. If you can write code, yes. If you can't write code, no. Looks like half of you can write, half of you cannot. Oh, more than half of you cannot. But what if I tell you that ChatGPT is the fastest coder that I've ever seen? I don't know if coder is a word, developer I've ever seen. It can do some crazy stuff. Okay. And I'm going to give you a quick hint of it. I'm not a developer either. I don't understand code. but I'm still gonna build something right in front of you in 5 minutes. Do you wanna see it? Do you guys wanna see it on how we build a quick little simple website in front of you in 5 minutes using code, using ChatGPT's code writer, right? So let me first show you what I built in like 15 minutes, not like 5 minutes. Okay. I used a IDE. It's called Phoenix. You write code on this. It's a code editor, and you can see the page right here. It's a mobile page website that I created. Very simple one. It took me about 15 minutes, frankly, to do it. ChatGPT 101 workshop by Web Sinti. It has a nice little form. It has an animation. It has things like what will you learn in this workshop? Who is this workshop for? And also has a FAQ box. It has, this is written 100% by ChatGPT with 500 lines of code. All of this is written by ChatGPT. I don't understand anything about this. And how did I do it? By just asking ChatGPT to write or create this website for me. I was just expressive in my writing, and that's all I did. Okay. So let me quickly show you what I did, what I wrote to ChatGPT. I've written the whole prompt so that I don't waste time. Okay. So just open new chat, and this is what I literally wrote. Okay. I said, your task is to use your expertise in HTML5 and inline CSS, the technologies that we use to write websites, to create a simple mobile website for the ChatGPT 101 workshop, including a form, a title, a tagline, and 3 sections. The website design should be based on Uber website. So Uber website is black and white. So I said Uber website, and the font should be Roboto. That's one of my favorite fonts. It's a Google font, right? I don't stop there. I say, please create a form on top of the website that asks the user name, email, phone number. The form should have a big animated button in green color and should be enclosed in a box with black outline. You see how descriptive? It's like me telling how I want my website to be to a website designer. That's what I'm just writing text. I'm saying about the form, please add the section. Please add these 3 sections below the form. Who is this workshop for? What will you learn? Free offer, and everything around it. And I'm saying, please ensure the website design is consistent and all elements are well aligned. The optimized prompt for the profile. All right, awesome. I think, okay, I copied something else here. Okay, that's all I say. That's the instruction I gave, right? In fact, I just click enter and let it do its magic. You can see what it's doing. Let's look at the speed that it is writing code at. Look at the speed that it's writing code at. It's insane. But if you see, what will you, and it stopped. The problem is I told you that ChatGPT has a word limit, right? And the moment it hits that word limit, which is called token limit, it stops. So if it stops and you know it is not finished, all you have to do is just say continue or resume where you stop, and you start resuming and start writing the rest of it. And there you go. It says, I'm done. Right now, all I have to do is click on this copy code, come to this. I'm going to delete this website. So you can see I'm starting with a blank slate, paste exactly the code that was written by ChatGPT. And I'm going to paste this code as well till here. And that's it. If I click on this refresh button, guys, this is called as an IDE where I can paste code. And look at this. Based on what I asked it to do, this is the website ChatGPT created in 2 minutes. Don't you think this is insanely cool? Don't you guys think this is insanely cool? And I can just ask it follow-up questions. Let's say I want name, email, and phone number and the button to be all in a single box, right? So I go back and say, could you please put the form with name, email, phone, and the button inside of a box with a border in the color of red. That's the instruction I gave. And look at that. It has started to write code all over again. Let's see if it does the job. You have to iterate it. It doesn't always get it right. Like I told you, you have to slightly iterate it. And probably stop. So it did. I'm going to just say continue. And when it does, let's go back and see what it has created for us. And it has taken our instructions or not. Copy code, come back, paste it here, go back again. We'll copy the remaining code and paste it again and click on this refresh button. Guys, look at that. I asked it to put the name, email, phone number box in a red box. And it just did. Look at the red box. And it just did what I asked it to do. Just with text instructions, it's able to write and amend code in minutes. I can also say, can you make the green button animated? Let's say, can you make the green submit button to dance? I don't know. Let's see if it can do. I wanted to dance and started to write code all over again. Man, guys, it can write React, it can write Node, it can write a bunch of code, but I don't know how. I mean, like, I'm just using HTML here in this case because I've heard of HTML, and I'm going to click on continue. Look at that. I spelled continue wrong and still got it. It fascinates me how insanely powerful this stuff is. Look at that, guys. The submit button now dances. Guys, what you just saw in the last 3 minutes or 4 minutes, if you think this was cool, drop a fire emoji, drop a boom emoji, drop a cool emoji, drop a dance emoji, whatever you think makes sense. But the idea of me showing you this is the fact that with just giving it text instructions, it's able to write code. I'm not a developer. If you know a little bit of code, you can do 100 times better job. And that is the power of generative AI. And the crazy part about this is we are still at 3.5 and 4. Imagine what 5 is going to look like. GPT-5 is going to look like. Imagine what ChatGPT can be in 2 years from now. Just me thinking about it blows my mind. It's crazy, right? Awesome. Moving on. Do you want to explore some future right now? You want to go even deeper this time? Let's go even deeper. Yes. Guys, am I boring you? From a scale of 1 to 10, how much are you enjoying? From a scale of 1 to 10, how much are you enjoying? Wow. That's amazing. Thanks, folks. If you see, I didn't say, are you learning? I said enjoying, because learning has to be fun. You have to have fun. Okay, let's explore some future. Okay. ChatGPT can become your personal data scientist. Any data people here? People who are data analysts, data scientists? Any of you guys there here in this? No? Great. Great if they're not there. They'll be like, Vaibhav, like, why are you scaring us? That's what they say. But how many of you here think that you are not very strong with data? Like, whenever you need help with data, you have to go and ask someone saying, hey man, can you help me go through this data and give me insights and stuff like that? Founders, marketers, designers. How many of you think that you need help with a personal data scientist? And that can really help you. Yes. That's what we're going to do right now. So folks, one caveat of this is what I'm going to show you is available with very few people in the world. Okay. It's called GPT in G. Barely 0.01% of ChatGPT plus users have access to this. But in a few weeks, everybody will get access to this. Okay, so don't worry. It's called Code Interpreter, and it is, how do I put it, the most powerful thing ever. Okay, I saw a lot of things about ChatGPT, but nothing scared me. This did, and I'll show you why. Okay, let me show you a data set. Okay, this is a data set of all the people who have taken the ChatGPT program. Okay, we have things like email, timestamp, what do they do? I'm gonna just make this smaller. What do they do? Which industry are they at? How many years of experience they have? What do they want to accomplish from this program? Guys, like I said, we have an intensive program. It's a multi-week deep, around 12 or 15 hours of content, actually more, going deep into it. And we have multiple people in that program. What topic do you want to us cover? Where are they from? And their LinkedIn profiles. This is data of about 1,178 people who are part of the community. This was of cohort 1. Let's say I want to drive insights of this data. And I don't know what, like I want to see if there's any correlation that I can find, any visualizations I can do of this, so I can present it on a slide, understand my users better, so that I can, do a much better job at doing the program. For that, I can use ChatGPT to do all the analysis. So let me quickly download this sheet first. Folks, like I said, it is still extremely buggy. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Fingers crossed, if it doesn't work, we'll figure a way out. Okay. And for this to happen, for you to use the code interpreter, you have to come to GPT-4 and code interpreter. Most of you people might not have access to it yet, but like I said, I'm going to show you the future. We have partnered with with a few folks at OpenAI, and we keep getting these features early on. Okay. So interestingly enough, for all the time, we could only enter text on ChatGPT. Now you will see a little square button which says upload file. When I tap on this, I can upload any file. This file is about 400 kilobytes. And let's hope it works. Sometimes it doesn't load when the server is slow, and it just did. And I've uploaded a file, and I can say, go through the data and tell me the kind of insights and visualizations you can provide me with. Okay. I mean, oh my God. I have screwed the spelling up, and that's what I do. Yes, you can upload. The biggest file that I have ever uploaded is about 118 MB, something like that, megabytes. Right. But you can see what it's doing. It went through the file. It wrote a code in Python. It imported pandas, which is a Python library, if I'm not wrong. And it uploaded the sheet, pulled in some data, and now it understands what is there in the sheet. You can see it has timestamp, email, what do they do? And the best part is it's able to understand what these fields are. In which industry do you work? The industry in which this respondents work, and everything around it. So it went through the whole data, and now it says, based on the information, here are some potential insights and visualizations we can generate. It says professions and industries breakdown, work experience breakdown, goals and topics breakdown, geographical breakdown, time analysis, and so on. I think this is pretty cool. Let me ask it to do, let's say to start with, right? Let me try something cool. Okay. Because it has the name of the companies. It does. Yes. How many? What do you expect? Okay, perfect. So you know what? It has a bunch of things. So what I'm going to ask it to do is, I'm going to say, you know what? Do them all for me. I don't know what I specifically want in this. So I'm going to say, do them all for me. So I'm asking it to run all the answers possible. And let's see what kind of answers do we get. And you can see it has started to work, and it has started to write code. So the beauty of this is that it writes, if something can be done using Python, code interpreter can do it. It can look for the library, it can understand what the file is, and it has the world of knowledge. Based on that, it can do crazy analysis for you. Okay. So here I uploaded a CSV, and I said, tell me all the possible analysis that you can do. And it gave me a list of analysis, and I asked it, do all the analysis for me. And I started to write code. It takes a while, but it should be able to get to some really interesting stuff. Now, as it does the job, let me tell you something. The beauty of this is not just that you can only upload one file. I have uploaded tens of files and gave it context, and it is able to do analysis based off multiple files. It can do VLOOKUPs, it can do ULOOKUPs, it can look at data from different files and can give you answers. Now look at this, guys. There's something interesting that happened. It fell an error. It says, it seems as there was an error trying to generate the word crowd. What topic would you cover specifically? The error suggests that there's a non-string. And it found an error, and it says, okay, you know what? I can fix it. And it says, let's handle this error by ignoring the non-string values. It's not even asking me, hey, I tried doing it and it didn't work out. It is debugging itself. It found a problem, and it says, you know what? It thinks like a human being, right? It's like, you know what? I'm going to ignore these things and I'm going to move on with my analysis so that it can give me something, and started to work all over again. I don't know if you've heard of AGI. How many of you have heard of AGI? Artificial General Intelligence. AGI is basically when AI becomes as good as a human being, right? You don't have to give it tasks anymore. It can do stuff by itself. This is like the early hints of AGI for me, right? It made a mistake, it corrected itself, and it is going on and writing the code all over again. See this? How insane is this? As it does the job, right? It will take a little time, guys. It will take a little time because it's a lot of code that has to write. Let me show you something. Okay. As it does the job, let me show you a analysis that I had done for Netflix titles. Okay. As it does the job, I don't want to bother it. Let me quickly open this. There you go. So what I had done here is I had uploaded a file of all the Netflix titles, which had the show names, the type, the directors, the cast, the country, date, added, release date, and everything. And I asked the same question. What kind of analysis can you do with this? And look what it did. It gave me insane amount of insights. Content type, which says movies are more, TV shows are less. Content growth in terms of line plot and everything around it. You can see this. It goes on and on and on. In fact, I don't know why it is not loading. It drew some crazy graphs as well, right? So let me quickly refresh if it can load. Like I said, it's a little buggy. You can see this. It is still working on the background, right? It is still working on the background. It is facing some errors, so it's debugging itself. Let's open this again and see if we can make it work while the AI is doing the job in parallel. Because it's a lot of code, it's a lot of debugging that's happening, so it does take some time, right? Okay, looks like it is not able to open the images here. So let me see if I can find it here. I recently played with it, so I should be able to find it. There you go. I hope it loads the images. This was the one. And look at this. This was all the graphs that AI drew. Okay. It says movies and TV shows. Movies are 6,000, TV shows is this. It's a nice little bar graph. Release year. Based on the year of release, how many shows were released per year? You can see the graphs. Most common genres in title data set. Dramas are the highest on Netflix. Next is comedy, next is thriller. And you have a nice little graph. And you can also see the distribution of IMDb scores, like what is the average IMDb rating that you're getting based on title data sets. It's also talking about which countries has the most titles. US has the highest, next is India, next is GB, I'm assuming it is UK. I'm not 100% sure. And it talks about actors with most appearances in credit data set. George Gabby Hayes, Roy Rogers, all these guys are on the top. It's doing a correlation matrix of selected variables in title dataset based on release date, runtime, IMDb scores. Guys, most common words in description. It has done that as well. Looks like life, new, young, family, and world are the 5 different words that it uses a lot in descriptions. And number of titles released every year, a plot graph, IMDb score over time, so on and on and on. My prompt was nothing. I just asked, what all can you do with this? You can see this. It said it can do all this analysis. I said, go ahead and do them all. I uploaded a file. I asked it what all it can do. And I said, do it all. If I know exactly what I want, I can ask such questions as well. But for this example, and look at this, the onboarding data that I just uploaded is also ready right now. You can see it ran into errors a couple of times, but it corrected itself and it finally gave me. There are most of the people in here are software engineers, students, entrepreneurs, founders inside of community. It doesn't stop there. You can see people who work in tech, founders and all that. people, you can see there are the highest number of people are people with 10 plus years of experience in this. You can see where they have come from, a number of hours they're willing to spend, so on and on and on. Guys, don't you think this is crazy? Don't you think this something like this will easily take us half a day to a day to do this analysis? And we can do all of this in minutes. We just did this in a few minutes. Yes, ideally it will take way more than half a day. I mean, I have done some crazy stuff, right? I've uploaded 500,000 rows of learners of growth school, and I've uploaded like around half, I think 20,000 or 25,000 data of abandoned carts. And I said, compare both the data and tell me how long it takes for a user to purchase the program again after he abandons the cart. And it was able to do all this analysis and give me insights, something that will take my data team at least 2 or 3 days to do. And was able to do this in like 15 minutes. So this is how you can have your personal data scientist, something that you probably will not find anywhere on the internet because very few people have access to it. But because you guys were here, I thought maybe I should show you. I hope you guys appreciate it. Right? Having fun? Should we move on? Yes. Now, ChatGPT has gone beyond and it has something called as plugins now, right? Plugins are actually more accessible to more people. So not just data visualizations, you can do a lot more things with ChatGPT now. If you go to GPT-4 and if you select plugins, there are hundreds and hundreds of plugins that you can use, with which you can do some bunch of cool stuff. For example, you can create memes. Let me show you. I've enabled the meme generator. By the way, you can install plugins by coming to GPT-4, selecting plugins, and click on this drop down and go to plugin store. Right here, there are hundreds and hundreds of plugins that you can install for free as of now and play with it. But for you to get access to this, you need to have the paid version of ChatGPT. Okay, but in this case, I've selected. Where is it? I've selected the meme generator. So let's ask for it to create a meme. I will say, create a meme for what meme do we create? Guys, give me ideas. What meme do we create? On Elon Musk wanting to buy OpenAI. I don't know. Elon Musk was pretty annoyed when OpenAI kind of picked up steam, and now using ChatGPT, let's see if Elon Musk can, if the meme generator can create a meme for us. All right, it is still doing its work. Sometimes it's a little slow. I have to be pretty frank. Let's give it a couple of minutes. Looks like it threw some error. So let's give it a couple of minutes. Sometimes, because it's so early, right? It is so early, it doesn't always work. Elon Musk fights Mark Zuckerberg. I would love to give it a shot. And there you go. Looks like it is ready. Let's see how it looks like. Elon Musk, should I buy a new AI company? Elon thinking, maybe a well-known one. Elon's idea, how about OpenAI? Elon's final thought, let's buy OpenAI. I think this is exactly how Elon Musk works, right? He gets an idea and he just does it over time, right? How crazy is this? That's not a bad meme, right, folks? That's not a bad meme. It's a pretty good meme and was generated by AI. It's completely original. It doesn't exist before. Let's try one more. Create a meme on Elon Musk wanting to fight with Mark Zuckerberg in a cage. Let's see what it comes up with. I don't know. Let's see what it comes up with. It's pretty cool. It's fun. Now, as this is as it does the job of generating the meme, right? Oh, it's ready this time. Let's see what it does come up with. Elon Musk, buy another company. Elon Musk, fight Zuckerberg in a cage. Guys, this is so cool, right? This is actually a pretty good meme. Elon Musk wants to do it all, and we are creating memes inside of ChatGPT. What do you guys think? Is this pretty good? Yeah, it is. It is. It is. Now let's move on to something else and something more serious. Okay, how many of you guys hate going through this pages and pages and pages of documentation to find something very specific? You have like you want to know something specific, and you don't want to go through like 100-page document, 100-page PDF to get an understanding of it. Would you want AI to do that for you in minutes? There are plugins which are called as chat with PDF and a bunch of them. Let me see if I've installed any of them. I had installed, but I keep removing stuff. Okay, let's quickly search for PDF. Yes, ask your PDF is here. I've installed it. So let me just select that plugin. Right. And let's say I want a little PDF on OpenAI. And I don't understand fancy AI language, which is basically a massive page. You can see massive research article on, in terms of for assessing the economic and impacts of code generation models. It's a very technical subject, but I'm an AI enthusiast and I want to know what it means. Right? I can ask ChatGPT to help me. Right? So what I'm going to do here is ask your PDF, please summarize this PDF for me. And I share the link. Let's see if it works. Again, like I said, there you go. It starts using Ask Your PDF. And the job of Ask Your PDF is to go through all of the article and, all of the PDF and like learn about it and summarize it and do whatever we want with it. Now I can start asking follow-up questions on this. Right? Let's say whatever question I have on this PDF, I can ask. Let's say, let's pick up something. Let me ask that, how soon will AGI come into existence? Now I knew probably the answer to this question is in this PDF, but I don't have the power to, I don't have the, energy to go through it. Again, you have to say, ask your PDF, how soon will AGI come into existence? Let's see if that works. And you can see Ask Your PDF is going to the article again to see if this question, if the answer to this question is inside of this document. Yes, you can go through thousands of feedbacks to get actionable feedbacks. We actually have done that already. And you can see this. This document does not provide a specific timeline for the emergence of AGI. However, it does discuss the potential impacts of AGI, importance of understanding these impacts, so on and on and on. So basically, if you the way we use it at Growth School is because we are an edtech company. I upload 10K filings of edtech companies like Coursera, Udemy to see how much revenue they're doing, what are they up to, and everything around it. So it's very handy when there are hundreds of pages on a PDF and I don't want to go through all of them. I just want answers to 2 or 3 questions, right? Super handy. And you can do a bunch of more stuff with it. For example, you can book your flights inside of ChatGPT using Kayak or book or Klook, or Klook is the company that I used to work with. Let's say Klook, let's say cheapest flights from SFO to New York. That's what I asked. Let's see. So I'm asking, I'm not saying, I'm not giving it a date or anything. I'm saying cheapest flights from SFO to New York. So the job of Kayak is now to go and check out multiple dates to give the answer. Let's say I say dates don't matter. Find me the cheapest one. Again, I hope it works. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. So let's see. Okay, It says this month, next month, this month. It's like you're talking to a travel agent, right? Oh, today's 29. There are no more flights. What about next month? It says today's June 29, 2023, which is not fair. But okay, you have to be slightly smarter than this and not make up stuff. But it's okay. And there you go. Here are the cheapest flights to New York, SF to New York. And you can see departure date, return date, price, and book now. It gives you the flight details, everything. I can just go inside and book the flights. And it says page not found. I don't know why. But again, you can see it is giving me a bunch of flight options, whichever it thinks is cheap. So the bunch of plugins, guys, will strongly recommend you guys to go ahead and play with them. And there are some insanely cool ones as well, right? So go ahead and play with them. I'm sure you will get a hang of them, right? So that's with ChatGPT plugins. Next, I quickly wanted to show you a quick AI tool. So here's the thing, right? With this AI tool, what happens is, a lot of people ask me, Vaibhav, how are you on top of all the AI stuff that's happening around? There is so much happening. How are you always updated? The way I'm always updated is because I use AI. Obviously, I use AI and I use AI pretty extensively. Okay, I'll show you what I mean by that. I use this tool called as Feedly. There's a good chance that you must have heard of it. It's a very popular tool. And Feedly has something, oh damn, what bad luck, man, today. And Feedly has something called as AI feeds. Okay. What AI feeds actually do is that if I give it a keyword, I have given it a keyword called as ChatGPT, and every time there's a news article, Medium article, or anywhere on the internet with the keyword ChatGPT, it shows me. As a result, I'm on top of it all the time. Now, the problem is when I use Feedly, okay, looks like the server is down right now of Feedly, sadly. Feedly, sadly, that rhymed. But I don't stop here. What I have done using automation is every time a new article on Feedly comes in, because I don't go to Feedly very often, because obviously since I'm lazy, what I've asked ChatGPT to do for me is every time there's a Feedly article, go through the Feedly article, summarize that for me, and send that to me on Slack. So I'm going to quickly show you a sneak peek of something called as Idea Bot inside of my Slack. Okay. Can't show you the full Slack, obviously, because it's my startup Slack. But you can see there's something called as Idea Bot. And every 30-40 minutes, topic idea, OpenAI chooses London as a location of first international office boosting UK's AI race. Possibility to go viral, 7 out of 10. Summary of the article, link to the article. Every time there's a new AI article on ChatGPT that comes in, it is summarized, it is gauged. Does this have the possibility to go viral? If it does, I will go ahead and write a piece of content on LinkedIn and Twitter about these topics. And this is all automated. Obviously, guys, this needs a little more advanced stuff for you to learn automation and how to do it. You don't need to learn how to write code, but this is possible. Every time there's a news article, AI or ChatGPT is summarizing that to me and sending that to me on Slack, personally to me on Slack. And you can do stuff like this, right? Using AI. Now, so far, we have touched based on generating text and code. But generative AI is way, way, way more than that. It can do text to text. That is, if you input text, it can give you text. It can do text to image. That is, if you ask what you want, describe a picture, it will create that picture for you. It can do text to video. It can do image to text. It can do video to text. For this, you can explore tools like DALL-E, Stability.ai, Runway ML, Bard, and everything around it. Do you guys want to play with some? Should we generate some images and have some fun? Now we have done a lot of tech stuff. Do we do more stuff right now? Do we have some fun? Yes. If I get enough yeses, I will do it. I will show it to you right now. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know what? Let's explore something absolutely insane. AI doing magic with audio, video, and everything around. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Let's do it. All right. So what we're going to do is, you know what? Okay, let's do this. I'm going to open this tool called as ChatGPT. It's a very, very interesting tool. And I am going to log in. Where is this? It's just DID, not ChatGPT. My bad. There you go. Let me quickly log in. I was not planning to cover this, but you guys have been pretty nice. You have not left the call. You have stuck around. So let me create this. So let's create a quick video because you guys said we want a video, right? What we're going to do here is, okay. How about we go a little crazy? How about we generate an image, we generate a rap, and make this image sing that rap? Should we do it? Generate an image, create a rap, and make this image sing that rap. You guys ready? Let's do it. I mean, just got the idea and say, why not? Okay. So for that, first we need an image, right? So let's first create that image. For that, you can use a tool like Midjourney. Now, we don't have a lot of time to go deep into Midjourney, but let me quickly show you what Midjourney is. Midjourney.com. It's a tool with which if you enter text, it can generate images. All these images that you're seeing right now are generated using AI with text. This lady doesn't exist. She is generated by AI. Look at this John Wick poster generated by AI. Look at this. All of this. Can you believe that this is generated by AI? This car image doesn't exist. This is not a photograph. It's AI. So with text, you can generate some phenomenal images. And that's what we will create right now, shall we? Okay. For that, okay, what do we create? For you to create, the way you interact with this platform is using something called as Midjourney. I mean, using something called as Discord. Okay. Discord is like a Slack. Okay. When you sign up with this tool called Midjourney, you will automatically be directed to join this community channel called as Discord, which you can see looks pretty much like Slack. On the left side, there are channels, and on the right side, you can text. Right. Once you come into Midjourney, once you come into this Slack bot, or sorry, a Discord bot, you can go into any of these channels. I prefer you go into newbie channels, right? So there you go. It says newbie 26. Just come here, and here is how we can generate an image. Okay, just come to the bottom. There's so much of action happening here. I'm still scrolling. It has not come to the bottom because I had this thing. So jump to the present. Give me a second. Okay, finally, for you to generate an image, what you have to do is this is how you enter text. / you have to type imagine. Okay, / imagine. Once I tap on this, I have to enter a prompt. What do we get? Let's do this. Elon Musk as a rapper. I will just add something. I will say photo realistic Elon Musk as a rapper looking straight into the camera with a underground background. Okay, I'm just imagining. I want an underground rap scene with Elon Musk looking like a rapper, looking straight into the camera. That's the image I wanted to create. So let's see what it does. So you can see this. It says waiting to start. So it takes a while. It is not instant that you ask it a question and you get an answer. So it takes like a couple of minutes for it to generate the image. So let's wait for it. You just have to express what you want. And of course, there's a lot of things that you can do here. Frankly, if you go deep into Midjourney, I can talk about 2 hours on how you can create photorealistic stuff and everything around it. But let's give it some time. Okay, as this is working in the background, let's go and generate a rap. Let's go and generate a rap, shall we? All right. So for that, first we have to write a rap, right? So we come to ChatGPT and I will say, write a rap for Elon Musk dissing Sam Altman, who is the founder of OpenAI, dissing Sam Altman for creating OpenAI and not letting him being part of it. That's going to be a wild rap if it can do not a rap, write a rap song. Let's see. Yo, listen up, world. It's time to hear the truth. I got a story. All right. All right. I got a story to tell about Elon, the proof. A visionary, a genius is one of kind, but Sam Altman played him, left him behind. Elon got the mind that can change the game, but Altman shut him down. What a shame. Guys, do you think this is pretty cool as a rap? Oh, old man, what you doing to my man? You had a chance to include him in the plan, but you turned your back, shut him away. Now it's time for Elon to have his say. Folks, are you guys with me? Are you guys reading this stuff? Let's see if we have Elon Musk's picture yet ready. It's just too many things happening. So it looks like I lost track of it. Where is it? You can see, because on parallel, right, a lot of people are trying to generate images. And I missed it and it just moved and I can't find it right now. If we don't find it, we can always request for it again. Oh, it is still saying waiting to start. Not sure why. So I'm just gonna ask for it again. I'm gonna say, imagine. I don't know why it's taking so long. It should not take this long. Okay, I've asked for it again. Let's see if it starts this time. It's working for everyone except for me, which is really weird. If it doesn't work, it's fine right now because I have an image. Oh, there you go. It started to work right now. You can see it says 0%. That means it has started to generate the image in the background. And right now I can't see much. I can see some dots. That's it. Right? It has started to generate image. 15%, 31% done. All right, 46% done. Now I'm seeing it a little. It's coming through a little. Damn, son, this is looking good. 78% done, 93% done. And it looks like this is done. And this is the output, guys. Do you think this is cool? Don't you think this is cool? Which one do you like? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Which one do you like the most? 1, 2, 3, or 4? I like the, if you ask me, I like the first one. It has like, strict look to it. And there you go. There are some more that has come in. Oh man, looks like both of them ran right now. Oh, I love this. The one with the cap. Should we go ahead with this? Let's go ahead with this. So if I want this image, right, I can just select on U1 and it will give me the bigger sized image of the same image, but on a bigger size. There you go. Got it. Now all I have to do is just save the image. Okay. Now I have the image ready. Let me just take a screenshot. I don't know where it got saved. Now I have the image ready. Now let's come back to the wrap. Where's the wrap? Here it is. Let me close everything else. I keep getting confused. Cancel. My God. Cancel. Onboarding data. Let's close all of them. Come back. I love this. There's a really nice rap that has been created. Now, who's gonna sing this? Someone has to sing this, right? Let's make it sing. Now, I don't know if I can make Elon Musk sing. I've never looked for it, but the tool that I'm going to use to make a rap is called as Uber Duck. Okay. Let me quickly sign in into my account. I did have a paid account, but I don't remember which email. I just hope I have the right email. right? And here I can select a voice. So let's see if there is Elon. There's probably no Elon here. Oh, there is Elon. Okay. Let's see how he sounds. But I don't think he can rap per se. I copy and paste the text. I click on synthesize button. And let's play this.
They're listening up. Child to hear the truth. I got a story to tell battle on the proof. A visionary.
Does it sound like Elon Musk?
He's one of a king genius, but some often played him behind.
Does it sound like Elon? At least it sounds like Elon to me, but it doesn't sound like a rap, right? So I'm going to go to AI generated raps here. It's not going to sound like Elon. We can make him sound like an Elon actually. And we have some beats here. I'm going to select this. I don't even know how it sounds like. And now I'm going to use my custom lyrics. I'm going to start copy pasting the lyrics that we have here. All right. So where is this? Where is this? Uber Duck. There you go. Okay. Come back here. There is verse 2. Come back here, verse 2. And I'm going to paste it here. And I'm going to call this Elon dissing. Okay. And I'm going to say save and continue. It says add 9 more lines to complete this verse. You know what? I'm going to add this only here. It's not going to make sense, but for the example, I think it'll be fine. There you go. Still want one more? Come on, man. I'll just paste everything here. Maybe that'll work. See, the point is, guys, these tools are so evolving, right? It says now it says too many lines. I'll just delete this. Okay, it still says 5 too many lines. Damn it. Okay, verse ready. Come to verse 2. Paste it here. It says 9 too many lines. I'm going to delete the last few. It says add 1 line. And I'm going to say that's it. I would ideally spend more time doing this, right? It's asking me which rapper. I'm going to just go with anybody randomly. I don't know how they sound. Frankly, you can make it sound like Snoop Dogg and stuff. But for this example, I'm going to keep it simple. It's about for you guys to get an idea of what are the possibilities of this.
But they closed the doors, left alone hurt. Good lord, oh, some moment, what you do into my man? You had the chance to include him in the plan, but you turned your back, shut him away. Now it's Tom Bertolon to have his say. Verses 2, long built Tesla basis and more. Revolution doesn't in his life never before. But when it came to why, he had a dream to shape the future, make it clean. Pray to the rest. The Bowman and his crew, they have their own plan.
Guys,
moving on without Ellen.
Not bad, right? Not bad at all, right? What do you guys think about this? It's crazy. Let me quickly download this. I don't know if I can get an audio of this or not. Let me like play something that I actually did for Snoop Dogg.
Yo, listen up. I got a message to deliver.
I had created this some time back. Let me see if I can play it for you. Okay, screw it. Let's see if we have it here. It's still rendering. We have to give it some time for it to come in. Okay. Meanwhile, what we're going to do is we're going to go to DID. There's a different website with which you can create a video right now. Right? I'm going to click on create video. And I can actually upload an image. So here I'm going to upload the image of Mr. Musk. Okay. Okay. I'm going to click on the add. Why is the pop-up not coming? I think something is blocking something. Let's give it a second. I hope you guys can hear me and see me. I hope it's not my bad internet. If you guys could say hi, hello, that will help. Oh man. Give me a second, guys. I was not prepared to do this. I just said, okay, let's do something fun. I did demo this in one of the sessions recently, so I thought maybe it'll be cool for me to show this to you guys. Okay, upload. Let's see if we can get Elon's face on this. And I have an MP4 right now, so I'm gonna quickly go to Google, convert MP4 to MP3, because the one that we downloaded from AI Wrap turned out to be a video, and I want a MP3. That's what I want. So I'm just uploading it in the background. Let's see if this is image violation detected. It's not allowing me to upload. Oh man, it's not allowing me to upload Elon Musk's image. Come on. I thought it would be fun. Why are you not being cool? Let's see. I think I'd created one some time back, so maybe I can show you that. Let me quickly, give me a second. Let me quickly kind of log in. I had created this some time back. It's just not letting me upload Elon Musk's picture. Let me see if I can find what I created some time back. No. Come on, man. Login or sign up. Continue with Google. It's happening. It's cooking, guys. It's cooking. I think I found it. Yes, I did. So like I told you, I mean, I made Snoop Dogg sing something. Look at this. I made Snoop Dogg a drag queen and made him sing a song. Maybe you'd want to listen to this. I hope you can see the video moving. This is all created using AI.
Yo, listen up, it's time to drop some knowledge about the system. They taught us back in college. Snoop Dogg, get your set to record straight. Degrees and that everything, let me elucidate. See, they push us, don't let pass saying get that degree. But tell me, those that really set your true self free, they make us bully yourself.
Folks, the ChatGPT wrote the lyrics. Uber Duck, using this tool, I created Snoop Dogg's rap. And I created this image that you just saw of Snoop Dogg. This is the one more that I tried. I created this image using Midjourney, combined all of them together to make this video. Right? It's not letting me upload Elon Musk picture, but look at this.
Yo, listen up, I got a message to deliver. Louder talk with chest making no society sure. Degrees and etiquette, everything, let me make it clear. It's all about skills, don't let that fact disappear. Back in the day, they say get that degree, but times ain't changing, it's a different decree. You can't study for you.
You get the point, you get the point, you get the point, right? So this is the song that we created. We could simply follow the same process and we will be able to do that as well. Right. So, folks, was this fun? Was this fun? I know, I mean, not everything, like came together towards the end, but I thought that'll be very cool to pull it off. But was this fun? Did you know that all these things are the possibilities of AI? That's the whole point. That's the crazy part of it. Right. So, I mean, I wanted to cover a bunch of things today. I pretty much did that. I, in a way, went over time as well. But, the bigger question, right? Like, will AI in a way impact our jobs? Now we know the power of it. You got idea of text, image, videos, everything today in some form or fashion. And I try to cover as much as I can, like I promised, right? The bigger question is, will AI impact jobs? Will it take over jobs? But here's my take on this. I've already mentioned it before. It's not AI that will take jobs, but people who know AI will definitely do. And there is a reason towards this. Every tool and thing of tomorrow will be powered by AI, and it will be left to us on how we can make it work for us. And AI right now is in a very, very, very early phase, and it's going to evolve really fast. And people who adopt AI today are going to be millionaires and billionaires of tomorrow, because, it's about staying in the top 1%. The game of staying in the top 1% is what will set you aside. And how does a future employee looks like? A future employee using AI, and when I say future, I'm not talking about 100 years from now, right? In a couple of years, this is what the scene is going to look like. They will be able to do more work in less time. They will need less people overall to do the same work. And world will predominantly be moving towards generalists. What do I mean by that? One person, let's say you're an engineer, all of a sudden you'll be able to do the job of a product manager, marketer, product marketer, and also an engineer, because other things can be aided using AI, and your core will be decision making. And that's what I mean by generalist. And that will lead to less people making more money. And that is how the future is going to look like. With that, I pretty much, concluded everything that I wanted to cover in this workshop. But like I told you during the course of the while I was going on with the program, that we have a very, very powerful program that we run at Growth School, which is much more extensive. This is like literally the tip of the iceberg. There's so much of depth that you could know. If you guys are interested, I will take quick 10 minutes to run you guys through about it. Would you guys be keen to know about it and how to become 100x version of yourself? If I get enough yeses in the chat, I will show you something, and that will also give you a very good perspective of the potential of AI overall. Right? Awesome. You guys have been very kind. Let me quickly run you guys through that. So again, right, so far, what we have seen in the workshop is literally the tip of the iceberg. That's ChatGPT 101. Generative AI Ultimate Course is what we have built, and we are extremely proud of. It's probably the best program on Gen AI in the world. Actually, nothing even will come close to it. What are the highlights of the program that I'm going to talk about? It will teach you how you can master on how to use generative AI to your advantage, put AI to work to free up hours of time. Like I said, today is a trailer. Of course, you can learn it yourself. There's no two ways around it, but there's so much you can do with AI. Learn what's specific to your domain and expertise. Community-driven learning. Today, we have a bunch of people. Imagine thousands of people around you learning and scaling using AI, and you learning from them, not just from the mentors. And we have some of the best people to come teach you in this program. Now, who is this program for? How will it help you? The program that we have built, which is a 4-week extensive program, is for founders, designers, marketers, product managers, developers, engineers, consultants, content writers, freelancers, techies, practically anyone. I know barely there were few people who left the call today, right? That's because you were learning and you knew that this will help. If you found today's session helpful, this program is going to help you for sure. Anyone who doesn't want to left behind. And this is not just some random online course, right? It's a 4-week program, which is properly segregated in a way that you learn, you do, you learn, you do, and goes on. And it's completely practical and hands-on, right? And that's exactly what we have built. Like, let me quickly run you through all the 4 weeks. You have content which will unlock over 4 weeks, and you will have prompts to do everything. It has on-demand video track. I understand showing up for live to learn. And this program has about 15 hours of content, that to encode depth content. It's very hard to come and show up in live. So spend the time to record the content in the most precise way. So if you don't waste time, you come on it whenever you have time and learn and do the tasks on the go. Next, we give you pre-reads, information banks, tools. Somebody was asking me, how do you get access to all the tools? We'll give you access to all the tools that we know about, all the information that we get around, so that you keep getting access to it. And the best part, when you come into this program, you get access to an insane community, a community with more than 2,000 people. It's on Discord right now. And there are people from Amazon, Flipkart, Google, Meta, you name it, the Samsungs, biggest of the companies. There are folks from those companies hanging out, learning and doing. Just the value of the community is through the roof, right? And of course, you have live projects because, like I said, it's not just about learning, it's about doing. Today in this workshop, we didn't really get an opportunity because we didn't have the time to do it. But in that, you have daily sprints that every day you'll be given a little task which will take you 10 to 15 to 20 minutes. Few tasks you'll be given 2 to 3 days to do it. But the idea here is, how can you learn and execute so that by end of 4 weeks you are a rock star who doesn't only know how to do it, but also has done it himself or herself, right? And it doesn't stop there. We have some insane masterclasses recorded by some rockstar mentors. One of them is George, who was the ex-chief product officer of booking.com. He's the founder of DeepAR, one of the OGs of Gen AI, teaching you inside of this cohort in form of a masterclass. We have Reed, who is a lead product manager of Zapier, talking about all the automations of the world, teaching you inside of this program. We have David, who is a senior PM at Microsoft. Of course, like I said, OpenAI, Microsoft are best friends, and David is pretty kick-ass as well. We have Saha, who works at Adobe and Amazon, who talks all around AI inside of data. We have Charu, who literally heads the UX division for AI for Microsoft, teaching you, doing masterclasses inside of the session as well. And of course, we have Shamal, who heads GTM for OpenAI itself, teaching in this program in form of a masterclass. Do you think that these mentors are insane to be teaching? This is like learning from the best people out there who are doing the job of what the future is going to look like. They come directly and teach you. Next, so the way it works is there's an on-demand track. You get pre-reads, information bank, you get projects and masterclass. And of course, every week or two, we do live sessions to clear your doubts. And if you're part of the community, they happen in, because people are from different parts of the world inside of this community, so they happen in different hours. So that is also there, right? And let me quickly run you through how the course content looks like. Right, the week 1 is all about introduction to generative AI, where we'll teach you how you can apply AI in your daily lives, how you can become a 100x prompt engineer. Today, we saw only the basic prompt engineering, right? Here, we'll go deep dive into interfaces, types of outputs, understanding the core crux of OpenAI by playing with OpenAI Playground, utilizing Bing AI to its fullest, making AI write exactly like you. We'll also teach you how you can write a bloody book using AI. And we'll go deep into prompting techniques. Like I told you, chain of thought prompting, tree of thought prompting, ask before answer prompting. These techniques are probably well known by the top 1% of the space, and you'll get a download of that. Even if you pay thousands and thousands of dollars, you will not get this content elsewhere. Week 2 is something that I'm extremely proud about, right? We have worked with folks at Zapier to build this, where we have AI automation mastery. Things like, just imagine this, right? If you get an email, you get like 100 emails every day. You don't have the patience to go through all the emails. What if I tell you, using AI, every time you get an email, AI will read that email, write a summary back to you only if it thinks it is important on your Slack. Rest, it will not bother. In fact, for every email that you get, AI will automatically write 3 potential replies to it and save it in draft, so that it'll take you 5 minutes instead of 50 minutes to go through your emails. What if I tell you, using AI, you can write personalized cover letters using at scale for hundreds of job opportunities out there? What if I tell you, you can create content using AI and automate the whole part of it? Right? At scale. Now, this is all automation, guys. It's not about you sitting and doing one after another. It's about creating hundreds of pieces of content, sending thousands of emails using AI, right? That's all we're going to learn. Cutting edge stuff. Never seen this before anywhere. This is our own research baked into content. That's about 5 hours of content in here. And we also go deep dive into how can you use ChatGPT and AI so that you can do Excel and Sheets better. How can you use Notion AI, Canva AI? How can you create a website using AI? How can you build slides using AI? And everything around it. On week 3, you saw Midjourney for a second. Like, We just touch based on this. Here, we'll deep dive for about 4 hours, going through how can you create content in terms of images, in terms of videos, by touching base on tools like Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, DALL-E, Dream Booth, all that stuff. So we go beyond text and we go really deep into image, videos, and everything, and audio, of course, right? We have a mentor called Sachin who will be covering this. And finally, on week 4, we'll go into advanced AI, the future stuff. Today, you saw a site of code interpreter. You saw a site of plugins. How do we do some really cutting edge stuff using all of that? Like data computation, visualizations, creating PPTs, creating everything that you want, creating PPC ads for marketers, for product managers, writing PRDs for founders, getting your full business plan done, analysis done, and everything around it. That's where we deep dive on week 4, about 3 hours of content. Week 4 is the lightest. Let me put you. So it's about 15-16 hours of hardcore content that you get access to, cutting edge stuff all over the place, right? I'm sure you guys want to know how much it costs. The cohort launch price was at $1,500, but we ideally want to price it around $4,000, but we did the launch at around $1,500. And because this is the first few workshops that we are doing a very, very special price for everybody on the call. What we are doing is we have 2 plans for you. One is the 4-week program, which is the standard one, which will be priced at $695. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. We have outdone the pricing for you for the first set of people. You can grab this for $695. That's a starter plan where you get access to all the content and all the masterclasses. But if you want access to the community, if you want access for 1 full year after the 4 weeks are over, if you want access to the updates of the content that's going to come in over the course of next year as well, you can grab the premium plan, which is $895. By the way, this price is valid for the next 30 minutes till the session is on. And after this, you can, of course, grab it, but for the actual price, right? And it doesn't stop there. There is more. Introducing deep dives. We realized a few people wanted deep dives of a few things. That is, we have built a deep dive, an add-on for designers. If you're a product designer, we have built modules only for product designers by Charu on how to leverage AI, right? If you're a marketer, we have Sumit from Google, Bill from AdWord, Nikhil from Uber, who heads social media for Uber, was created AI for marketers as a module. There are 4 modules of it, which will be a deep dive for marketers after we are done with the 4 programs. So this is going to be an extra 8 to 10 hours of content. AI for data. If you want to go deep dive into data, these are folks who work at Kimberly-Clark, Google, Walmart, data guys who have built large language models inside will be teaching you on how to use it for data analysts, data engineers, and everything around it. Same for product managers. If you're a PM, you can take this add-on. If you're a tech person who are a software developer, you can take the one by Nishant. Sachin was a creative artist at Procter & Gamble, is based out of Spain right now, and he's phenomenal. Right? And if you're a creative director or someone like that who wants to deep dive into creative aspects of it, this is the perfect add-on for you. And if you're a founder, you're welcome. We have built something for you as well, where you can go deep into your founder problem solving as well. This is the add-on as well. So ideally what we do is we sell these programs separately for $1,500. But because if you're taking the main cohort, you can grab this add-on for extra $395, right? You cannot just buy the add-on. That is, you cannot just buy AI for founders. You still have to buy the ChatGPT one. So let's say you're buying, you want the premium plan of ChatGPT program, and then you want, let's say, AI for marketers. So you pay $895 plus $395. That's how it will work. There are all the add-ons out there. We have shared the payment links in the chat. You guys can check. And you will be able to see all the payment links here. If you want generative AI premium plan, click on this, starter plan, this, and then if you want it as an add-on as well, you can click on any of them and grab it on Stripe, right? There are a couple of payments that you have to make here, but again, right, go grab it. I'm sure you will, enjoy this. But again, right, let me make it very clear. You cannot just buy only add-on. If that happens, we'll have to refund you back. You have to buy either of these packs and then buy an add-on for the deep dive, right? So that's what it is. We have done extremely special pricing. so that you guys can come in. This is for the next 30 days. And like I said, you can grab any of these add-ons or multiple add-ons as well if you want, if you're a founder and you want to do that for your team. By the way, there are some special surprises for people who are the premium enrollees today, for people who are taking the premium plan at $895. Number one is we give you access to a prompt library with 3,000 prompts. You can see how it looks with roles, tonality, authors, magazine, brand voice, everything. This is one sheet that you can rule it all. You guys, if you're part of the first 5 people who take the premium plan, you guys will get access to this. Next is Simplified. We touched base on the tool today. Simplified is this powerful tool which can help you to create content. This is a tool which will cost you about, if I do it, it's about $30 a month, which comes down to $360 a year. And you guys, when you take the program, you'll get 1 year premium access. That is exactly this plan of small team. That is, you can invite up to 5 of your friends to use this platform as well for free for 1 year. So this will cost you $400 almost if you want to take the subscription, but you get it for free for 1 year if you're the first 5 people. Next is InVideo. For all the people who want to create content, video content, InVideo is an AI-based video creation platform. You write text, it will create the video for you on the go, and you can drag and drop and edit. It's like Canva for videos. Again, a very, very, very powerful tool. And you will get this premium version of this for 1 year for free. And you can see the pricing. It's $399 per year. And you will get this tool for 1 year for free, right? So as you take the premium program, this is also about $300. The Simplified is about $300, and you get both these tools for free. And finally, we are building a WhatsApp-powered ChatGPT. That is, on WhatsApp, you will be able to talk to ChatGPT directly from WhatsApp, and you guys will get free access to this, to the tool that Growth School is building. It's already built. I should have demoed you. Maybe if I have time towards the end after Q&A, I will try to demo you that. But you guys will get all of this mega bonuses for free. So let me quickly put the picture. Folks, also, if you have any doubts, my team has shared the link, a Slido link. Please make sure you enter your questions there so that I can start taking them in the next couple of minutes. Any questions that you have about the program and also doubts about the session, I'll be happy to take them. Like, again, guys, quickly iterating it. The starter plan is at $695. The actual value of this about $3,500, where you get the program for 4 weeks. So you'll have 4 weeks to learn everything, but you'll get access to all the content. But if you're someone who wants access for longer and also wants all the updates, at least for the next 1 year, and also want the community, you can take the premium plan, which comes at $895. And when you take the premium plan at $895, we have made it very sweet by adding 1 year free access to Simplified, 1 year free access to InVideo, 1 year free access to the Intern by Growth School, which is a WhatsApp ChatGPT bot. And also you will get access to, actually, before this, it was 1,000. Right now, it is 3,000 prompts and AI toolkits. And on top of that, if you want to deep dive on a specific category, you can always pick up any of the add-ons for $395 additional cost, right? We have tried to do the best we can in terms of pricing here so that everybody can afford it and come inside. The only request that I have for you people, if you're coming into the program, we're giving you a very special price, is that please finish the program and give us feedback so that we can make the program better. Whatever you need, whatever you think we can do better, give us the feedback. We will try to include that. And that's how we do stuff at Growth School, right? Do you think the program looks interesting? What are your thoughts, folks? Would love to hear. What are your thoughts?
Weber also wanted to let you know that we are left with the last 2 seats.
Wow, oh, that was fast. All right, folks, there looks like there are 2 more seats. So come on in if you guys want in. Looking forward to seeing you people joining the community. The community is super vibrant. And I'll give you like a couple of minutes, right? To let you consume all the information that was passed to you and also take the call. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Right after that, if you guys have any questions, Muskan, if you could share the payment link and also the doubt links again in the chat, that'll be very helpful. Please do that. and I will start taking answers to your start taking your questions in like, let's give it 5 minutes. I'll start taking your questions in 5 minutes. So I'm going to put a 5-minute timer. Put your questions in. You have consumed a lot of information today. Put your thoughts together, and we will get into it